Can't you wash next year? Can't you wash next year? I have to appear. I have to appear. Was her mother-in-law the founder? Was her mother-in-law the founder? Doesn't he say after a weekend? Doesn't he say after a weekend? Can't we stretch? Can't we stretch? Isn't he a nighttime mechanic? Isn't he a nighttime mechanic? We are studying English grammar. We are studying English grammar. I can run. I can run. He has enough money to buy a new phone. He has enough money to buy a new phone. He is a reliable friend. He is a reliable friend. The movie was too scary for me to watch it to the end. The movie was too scary for me to watch it to the end. He introduces. He introduces. Sam, you remember what happened. Sam, you remember what happened. I will be working as an English teacher next summer. I will be working as an English teacher next summer. And I was wondering if you said anything. And I was wondering if you said anything. I'm not going on vacation until I save enough money. I'm not going on vacation until I save enough money. Do we have any topic? Do we have any topic? I was not assumed in 5 seconds before. I was not assumed in 5 seconds before. He was at home last night. He was at home last night. Should invite. Should invite. The company is looking for a new product manager. The company is looking for a new product manager. The dress was designed by a famous fashion designer. The dress was designed by a famous fashion designer. How are you? How are you? The concert was amazing. The concert was amazing. We handle. We handle. Can he come? Can he come? Was her daughter a songwriter? Was her daughter a songwriter? How many sisters and how many brothers do you have? How many sisters and how many brothers do you have? You can enter every year. You can enter every year. How much will it take? How much will it take? They'll be visiting their grandparents next weekend. They'll be visiting their grandparents next weekend. He was meditating in his room to calm his mind. He was meditating in his room to calm his mind. The dog barks loudly. The dog barks loudly. Where are you going? Where are you going? Single. Single. If they win the match, they will celebrate. If they win the match, they will celebrate. Previously tied. Previously tied. Playing football is fun. Playing football is fun. He sang a duet with his favorite singer. He sang a duet with his favorite singer. I wish I hadn't sold his old car. I wish I hadn't sold his old car. No smoking in public places. No smoking in public places. Scent. Scent. My neighbor was a landscape architect. My neighbor was a landscape architect. Monthly leave. Monthly leave. He had his guitar repaired at a music store. He had his guitar repaired at a music store. They want to start their own business. They want to start their own business. If I want to keep up with it, I will need to start strengthening my exercise routine. If I want to keep up with it, I will need to start strengthening my exercise routine. I can never end up. I can never end up. Even though it was raining, they went out. Even though it was raining, they went out. The company should have done a market research. The company should have done a market research. I think John deserves a promotion. I think John deserves a promotion. Where is my book? I cannot find. Where is my book? I cannot find. My stepfather was an educator. My stepfather was an educator. It's raining heavily. It's raining heavily. Wouldn't he be an industrialist after 4 years? Wouldn't he be an industrialist after 4 years? The students are listening to the teacher. The students are listening to the teacher. Sarah isn't going to the beach, and neither am I. Sarah isn't going to the beach, and neither am I. I had a cheeky grin on my face. I had a cheeky grin on my face. Their cousins are journeymen. Their cousins are journeymen. It reminded him of the important meeting. It reminded him of the important meeting. Her half-sister is the weather presenter. Her half-sister is the weather presenter. Now both of my children are in college. Now both of my children are in college. You shouldn't tie 10 years. You shouldn't tie 10 years. Can't work often? Can't work often? He saved money to buy a new laptop. He saved money to buy a new laptop. After breakfast we went for a walk. After breakfast we went for a walk. He could be a truck driver for 2 weeks. He could be a truck driver for 2 weeks. We've never been involved before. We've never been involved before. His spirit is good. His spirit is good. They were swimming in the pool when it started to rumble. They were swimming in the pool when it started to rumble. She had her hair dyed by a professional stylist. She had her hair dyed by a professional stylist. Can we accept every week? Can we accept every week? It belongs to the government. It belongs to the government. Is the night long? Is the night long? I like hot bread. I like hot bread. We're throwing a party this weekend. We're throwing a party this weekend. I think we need to reconsider our marketing strategy. I think we need to reconsider our marketing strategy. Avoid big changes. Avoid big changes. The campaign for the mayoral candidate continues at full speed. The campaign for the mayoral candidate continues at full speed. I want to improve my photography skills. I want to improve my photography skills. You still wouldn't tell me. You still wouldn't tell me. Shouldn't it be approved after 2 years? Shouldn't it be approved after 2 years? The noise is getting louder, we should close the windows. The noise is getting louder, we should close the windows. I walked the dog this morning. I walked the dog this morning. Do they study English at school? Do they study English at school? He had read the book twice before lending it to me. He had read the book twice before lending it to me. He helps his father fix the broken chair. He helps his father fix the broken chair. We had the plumber fix the broken sink. We had the plumber fix the broken sink. Is our father a director? Is our father a director? Shouldn't she be the receptionist right away? Shouldn't she be the receptionist right away? Queen is fit. Queen is fit. The city is in motion. The city is in motion. They could notice. They could notice. Epicenter. Epicenter. Can I get a refund if I change my mind? Can I get a refund if I change my mind? I think it's time for me to say goodbye. I think it's time for me to say goodbye. After a week, he can't direct. After a week, he can't direct. He can draw great portraits. He can draw great portraits. How many cars are there? How many cars are there? You can complain. You can complain. Is her mother-in-law an announcer? Is her mother-in-law an announcer? After 5 nights they are not salesmen? After 5 nights they are not salesmen? Can I get up often? Can I get up often? They should clean windows every year. They should clean windows every year. Jenny is writing a letter to her friend. Jenny is writing a letter to her friend. They must meet at night. They must meet at night. Do we have deep link URLs? What is this URL? Do we have deep link URLs? What is this URL? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. We would say. We would say. By the time he wakes up, we'll be at work. By the time he wakes up, we'll be at work. Should finance it. Should finance it. Why did not you call me? Why did not you call me? I could have commanded earlier at 4 a.m. I could have commanded earlier at 4 a.m. Despite his illness, he managed to finish the project on time. Despite his illness, he managed to finish the project on time. Would he learn? Would he learn? Students took notes throughout the lesson. Students took notes throughout the lesson. Haven't I ever been an agent? Haven't I ever been an agent? The painting was hung on the wall. The painting was hung on the wall. Not every week. Not every week. When the party is over, I will have danced for 3 hours. When the party is over, I will have danced for 3 hours. The singers will rehearse for the opera performance. The singers will rehearse for the opera performance. Were your cousins educators? Were your cousins educators? Should I be an afternoon financier? Should I be an afternoon financier? Can I replace this product with a different color? Can I replace this product with a different color? How often do you go clothes shopping? How often do you go clothes shopping? Write 5 book titles on health and wellness. Write 5 book titles on health and wellness. If something like this happens again, call me, okay? If something like this happens again, call me, okay? Could not follow. Could not follow. Was my brother-in-law a nurse? Was my brother-in-law a nurse? Proving your opinion is not enough. Proving your opinion is not enough. What are you doing here? I want to see you. What are you doing here? I want to see you. Richard was able to use the bus lanes, which was great, but of course he had to be careful not to crash into the buses. Richard was able to use the bus lanes, which was great, but of course he had to be careful not to crash into the buses. How about trying a new recipe for dinner? How about trying a new recipe for dinner? Won't we care? Won't we care? Can't be added after one night? Can't be added after one night? We're going to the beach next week, they said. We're going to the beach next week, they said. He's not happy, and I'm not happy either. He's not happy, and I'm not happy either. Simon, we're going in the wrong direction. Simon, we're going in the wrong direction. Was his half-brother a barber? Was his half-brother a barber? You should not give your personal information to strangers. You should not give your personal information to strangers. Had not been created before. Had not been created before. I need to find a new job as soon as possible. I need to find a new job as soon as possible. You must turn off your mobile phone during the movie. You must turn off your mobile phone during the movie. I think you should buy a car. I think you should buy a car. I wish we had seen the movie in theaters. I wish we had seen the movie in theaters. Can you tell me where the dairy section is? Can you tell me where the dairy section is? He will start a new job in October. He will start a new job in October. Mary is smarter than Peter. Mary is smarter than Peter. What time is check-in? What time is check-in? Did I become a foreman? Did I become a foreman?